In the last episode, we were challenged to an honest duel by the horse clans of Wesnoth. So put up your game face and let's play the battle for Wesnoth. Now this is actually something that I have recorded earlier, but in that episode I was interrupted so many times by various things that I decided to trash the episode and or to trash the recordings and just start over again. It took me a while to actually get to recording again, which is really annoying. The last week has been pretty stressful again. But I'm back to recording and I suppose it'll work for now. Okay. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. You see the time is actually, it's quite late. I've been at work earlier and I've actually talked to my mom very long. We're talking a lot lately. I mean, it's for obvious reasons. My brother, as you should probably know by now, my brother has died, and I suppose it just takes everybody a while to get used to that. And yeah, so I ended up talking a lot to my mother. In fact, we talk more than we did before. We never had a bad relationship or anything, but it's just something that gets people to talk more often. Okay. I didn't miss too much. I just did a reasonably... I think I've did a reasonably good job at actually leading my folks here. Okay, what else do I want? I actually don't want to recruit too many dwarves, because those are pretty bad at walking around in the plains. Also don't want to waste money on those. Could have a mermaid priestess, I guess. There is a fairly large river, so we could go for that. Okay. They don't seem to be incredibly rich. They left 2 spots in the fortress empty. I just noticed that. I don't think they do that if they have a lot of cash sitting around. Now, something I sorry, I assumed wrongly about this scenario last time was that the enemies were all playing against each other as well, but no, they're all against me, which is making this a bit harder than I was hoping for, but it should still be okay. Now note that our goal is to defeat 35 units before the enemy does. I'm sorry. I think I'm getting a cold, I'm noticing it. Therefore, this is sheer madness. We cannot afford to play games when we should be marching against the Queen. Lord Bayer, help this folly. I challenge you to personal combat. Oh, you amused me, young heir. Oh, challenge indeed. Young heir, then you assent to my claim. Just drink something. Impudence. Bah! Do you see orcs on our plains? Did we not grant you a test of our strength? Of your strength, even? Sorry. Drinking. Really helps you. No alcohol, mind you. I fail to see the purpose of this exercise. It only weakens us. No, whelp. You may be weakened, but the horse clans are eternal. I will promise you this, however. If you can defeat me personally, I myself will join your siege of Weldon. I. Well, okay. So, the horse clans have offered us to actually join us in the siege of Weldon. So if we get those leaders, we will defeat them. If we defeat those leaders, they will join us, which is kinda handy, because the siege is, I think it's a pretty big battle. Also, those are level 3 units. And by now you should probably know how good those are. That Grand Knight? Alright, I think that's just the English title. Forgot what they were in German, but I think they were not Grand Knights. I think it didn't translate to that. Oh, the translation of Battle for Wesnoth is pretty competent. It's actually one of the few translations that I do not have much of a problem with. And that should tell you a lot about it. Because if you've watched some of my Let's Plays, you know how irritating I find bad translations. Okay, let's have a Griffin Rider. We haven't been we didn't have best of luck with those guys, sadly. I would like to use them more, but they're pretty amazing, but they are hard to get through. They're hard to keep alive. Okay. Now I'm kind of tempted to actually secure those places. Do we have a healer? We do. It's half tempting to go and secure this, because the riverside is a very easy place to defend, or should be a relatively easy place to defend. In fact, let's go for it. Okay, let's also send a dwarf. Let's not send this guy in, maybe the druid. Yeah, that works. We can hide the druid in these forests here. That'll do. Okay. Now I have to do something about this guy. I don't want him to kill off my elvish scout. There's a very good chance he would kill it off. So this knight, 17-2. No, let's not do that. How far does he get? Oh my goodness, that's far. That is far. Delphador, you'll have to stand in here. I hope he goes for the horseman. Okay. If he kills Delphador, this will be a very short episode. I'll have to reload the game. And I'd be tempted to save scum this until I actually get Delphador to survive. Ow! Well, luckily Delphador survived, so I didn't need to, to go that way. Sorry. It's a perfect weather to catch a cold. It's not freezing anymore, which is pretty nice, but it's around the freezing point, so the soil is still, or the ground is still frozen, which makes it very unpleasant, because you basically have to be very careful about, well, frozen soil, really. So it gets slippery, it freezes over at night, and that is no fun. I had to work earlier and I really didn't enjoy it, because it was just frozen all over the place. I don't mean the movie. It was slippery. The streets are really slippery, and it's pretty dangerous to drive. I mean, I'm still around on my bike. I didn't use my personal bike because I felt I couldn't be asked to actually go and sorry, to actually use that, because it's just dangerous, and I don't want to endanger myself too much. That's just how I work. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's actually send this over there. So a bunch of horsemen here. Maybe another mage. I can recall a mage. It'll save me some... It will reduce the clutter in here. I mean, those are all pretty unexperienced mages, but they're better than nothing. I also have some elvish archers and a fighter here, and maybe a thief. Can I have a thief? Actually, no. Let's have a merman hunter. So yeah, last episode was interrupted. What happened was, I think I tried to record on a Thursday evening, which is usually training time. I didn't go because I had to attend the lecture until pretty late, so I didn't make it. And what's usually happening on Thursdays is the training WhatsApp group. Yes, we have a WhatsApp group. Ends up talking a lot, and I had to deal with that. Actually, I didn't have to deal with it, but it just happened. And so my phone was reacting to that quite violently. It was really annoying because I'm not used to it doing that. I'm not used to actually my phone not used to my phone doing anything really, and never used instant messaging programs on that. So yeah, that was something that kept bothering me. Then Ruby texted me, and then she called, and I think someone was at the door as well, and so it was just all the interruptions at once, and I decided to not go with this episode any further and just let it be. Sadly, that meant that I didn't get to record on that day, which is, yeah, kind of annoying. I was pretty stressed on the following days, so I couldn't do anything on those, and yeah. Okay, let's go with this. Well, since we get some pretty powerful units if we kill them if we defeat them in combat, I think you have to be careful which or how you get to 35. I mean, I can get to 35 by just killing random units, but I'd like those Grand Knights in the final battle. So I'll have to find a way to somehow get them to, or somehow not kill too much until I actually get to those Grand Knights. The mermaid is, by the way, actually more there for decoration. Actually, not decoration, but she's just there for the for the healing powers. Nice. So this guy is pretty much screwed. We just have to lure him out somehow. And that's a difficult part because those guys are hard to lure. Actually, they're not hard to lure, but they are hard to survive against. I'll probably sacrifice this Elvish Scout. That's not a village, it's just decoration, okay. Let's take over all those villages here. Ooh, sneaky. Okay, Druid. I could also try to hope for this to go well and just hope the villagers can take care of all the healing I need up here, but I wouldn't really try to place my money on that. Guess you will go that way. I'm just trying to keep those villagers here so the enemy can't fall into my back, which I probably will sooner or later. But the green guy is pretty much done for, which is good. Yeah, he has some of those, but as long as his troops are spread out, I can easily take them out. That's kind of the risk that you take with cavalry. But they're so far ahead that they will just get surrounded and killed. Now, Wesnoth is actually a game that doesn't quite... I mean, it doesn't capture the advantage of cavalry that good. Which is that it's fast and it's constantly moving. There's a video by Lindy Bait, a very pretty interesting person on YouTube, who makes videos about medieval and ancient warfare. Very, very interesting stuff. I mean, warfare is always a rather sad, or not sad, but I think it's a topic that people are torn on, because on the one hand it's kind of a morbid fascination to be fascinated with how people would kill each other in ancient or medieval times. On the other hand, it's just pretty damn interesting, and I can see why people would spend a lot of time trying to figure out how this was done and how it goes. Anyway, he made a video that is pretty much dead on, in my opinion, about cavalry. It's that you wouldn't stop. And cavalry they just wouldn't stop moving. They would go as far as they need to, and they just wouldn't stop. Because that's when you throw away all the advantage you have as cavalry. Which is that you're faster, you can hit the enemy before they can hit you back. That's the gist of it. Did I just... no, I didn't. Just making sure I didn't send in Conrad to the danger. Sorry. Okay. You go there. Next turn the green guy will fall, hopefully. Any units I forgot? Doesn't look like it. Okay, off we go. Okay, this guy has to die. Right away. Anyway, the thing is, in turn-based combats, cavalry won't retreat right off. And they have a kind of horrible defense. I mean, they are fast, and that's pretty accurate, but they have to stop and stand near you to fight. Which is not accurate, but it makes sense, because otherwise they would be overpowered. But yeah, just saying it's not accurate. Not saying it's not accurate enough, but I'm just saying it's where modeling comes in. I might have to explain that. Modeling is always the step of making things fit to a model, or making a more abstract version of reality, so you you can explain it, you can detail it, and all that stuff. It's a pretty nice thing, and of course in the process of making this model, of creating this abstract explanation of a thing, you have to sacrifice reality. You have to make assumptions, you have to make approximations, and you have to say, okay, yeah, this just works like that for the sake of the model. Just because reality is a pretty damn complex thing, and you can't really properly display it. You can't go around and say this is how reality works, and those are the equations that explain how this works in reality. And so you have to settle for your approximation. Okay, we'll have to... Do I have to try it? I don't think I have to. I mean, he could miss it. The thing is, this lands, I would take double damage as well. I would survive it. But then... okay, screw it. Let's go for it. Oh wow, he has 3 lance attacks. That sucks. Thought he only got 2. That's what I get for not reading those properly. Okay. Yeah, let's send the elf over there as well. You're done. Great. He's lagging it. Well, that works as well. Works for me. How? Yeah, this scout might be doomed. I think he's doomed. And the horseman was kind of a sacrifice I had to make. The thing is, with those charge attacks, you generally lose whatever the cavalry unit is attacking. And I kind of have to exploit their weakness of not being able to retreat after attacking. I mean, they could retreat the turn after, but I do get a chance to surround them and retaliate. Which again is for the sake of fairness, but it just doesn't work in the favor of the cavalry, and you should try to avoid letting the enemy surround you with that. Okay, this guy has 70 health. So if I attack with Delphador... That was perfect. Absolutely perfect, Delphador. 12-3 works as well. I'm still trying to keep the kill shots for units that can still benefit from leveling up. Okay, so if that would go there... Great. We have killed this guy. Let's try this. We have a lot of enemies, so I'm not taking it too harsh with the I'm not taking it too serious with the not kill anyone. Or not kill with the strong units at all. Just had to reserve most of the kills for the units that still need it. Okay, I think that's your target now. Actually, no, let's not do that yet. Who can get where? I guess we can try that. Ow! Now that was a spectacular failure. Truly magnificent. You had this guy on a silver plate. Even as I pledge my lance to your service, my clan fights on. They sure do. And it's annoying the hell out of me. But screw it. Seriously? Seriously? No, screw it. Okay, that last one would probably not have to have died, but I can't change it now. Okay, you go there. You... over the water with you. I think we'll have to get this griffin rider down there. Okay, you retreat. Definitely retreat. This guy won't reach us. This guy will reach us. He will probably attack the Elvish Marshal. And it would suck to lose that guy. It would really suck to lose that guy. But I hope we're doing okay. Let's secure that a bit. This will probably play stupid, but I'd rather have him attack this guy than Lizard, who is a vital unit, so you know what that means. Okay, move the waterfolk in. As soon as those are in the water, I'm pretty happy, because then they will be a lot more mobile, and I can even use them to attack this bit of the fortress here. Or at least keep the defenders busy. Okay, end the turn. I think I have to... How? You got it. That was not planned. I just lost the paladin. Those are expensive. Seriously, that was not necessary. I should have checked the movement ranges again. Oh well. Yeah, Kylens should not die here. He has too much health. I'll have to be careful with him, though. In the future fights, he will not be that durable. Yeah, those horsemen really annoy me. Like, this is a pretty strong line of enemies. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll cut the video after this turn, so when it's our turn again, I'll call the video. There we go. I'll cut the video and I'll see you next time. Bye!